Yeah, I think the sodium plants might count. Let's go check those out really quick. Oh, there's something over there. Plus the sodium plant. Well, that might be a carnivorous. Oh, it counts. It counts. That's 2. Probably need to harvest it too. I always forget. Any pot of beans is good. Yeah, I like. We eat a lot of beans. Bean soup with onions and ham hock. With cornbread. The jetpack boost ones count as well. Okay. Any other plants? God, I like how the sound effect is so much different. Yeah, I've already done one of these, haven't I? Man, this one lasted a long time. Oh, there's some plants over there. Oh! There's something over here. No, I can't scan those. Alright. Well, I may have to look for some specific plants on this planet. Because all the oxygen ones, I think, I'm seeing are, or not, I haven't seen any oxygen ones, it's just carbon. This is like a planetless, not a planetless, a plantless planet. Yeah, the sodium and jetpack ones did count. Plants. Toxic. Marl bulb? That's the ones that were underground, right? Cave marl plant. I'm not seeing anything directly showing up on tracking. Yeah, I already scanned the oxygen ones, though. Oh, not the oxygen ones. You're not wrong. Hold on, I did not scan the oxygen ones. I scanned the sodium ones. Ah, I didn't think about that. Where was this at? Where the heck? Here it is. Alright. I need an oxygen plant. Something over here. Bingo. Okay, we can go back to the mission agent now. Thanks for that tip. Need to do one more mission. I'm assuming he'll have another Gek mission that we can just roll into. Quasi-Hawk coming in with a Prime subscription over on Twitch. Thank you so much for the support. Welcome, everybody. If you're new here this morning, I am multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Currently doing No Man's Sky on Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. Central North American time. For our European friends, it's the mid-afternoon. This is an extra stream. My normal streams are at 11 a.m. Central. And right now we are getting ready to start Star Wars Outlaws on Tuesday. We're going to be going into Space Marine 2 after that. And then the Shattered Space DLC for Starfield. I got a video out coming today, later in the afternoon, which is the next 6 months of games on the channel. So for those of you who want to go beyond No Man's Sky, we're going to do the 3 I just mentioned. We're doing World of Warcraft Wednesday nights, Saturday nights, Lord of the Rings Online on Monday nights. And then in October, the Diablo 4 DLC, Starship Troopers, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Dragon Age the Veilguard. Then November, we're doing Assassin's Creed Shadows, Stalker 2. December is Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, followed by Alien Rogue Incursion and Path of Exile 2. Then we've got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 in February, Avowed, Atomfall in March, and Dune Awakening at some point early next year. So many games coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of games. But the No Man's Sky streams right now are Sunday mornings. We're about 2 hours into the stream right now, 2 hours and 15 minutes, as I continue my journey. Working on the main storyline mission today. Streams take place on both platforms, but the day-to-day is over on YouTube, folks. So all the reaction videos, YouTube videos on discussions, movie reviews, everything else, make sure to check out YouTube if you're over on Twitch, guys. But whenever I stream, I do it in both places. Hand-in missions. So he doesn't have a new... I don't see a new Gek mission here. If I save at my ship and reload, will it possibly pop a Gek mission? Oh, because I'm in a Korvax system? I guess because I warped and then turned in. I'm not paying attention. Because it sent me to a different place and then I turned it in. In my brain, I'm like, I went back to the same station. But I didn't go back to the same station. I turned in at the station in the other system, which technically actually means, hold that thought. Have I already grabbed the exosuit from here? Space station. Looking for a beak. Oh, you're right. I'm not paying attention, guys. It's that kind of morning. I'm just looking for Gek stations. And apparently, I needed to go to the red one because that's what the quest is on. What's up, Pippin? How you doing, Mama? Oh, I'm getting leg biscuits. Am I getting leg biscuits, Mommy? Yeah. Thank you, your claws hurt. She's a good kitty cat. She doesn't sleep in the office too often with me. What's up? Hi. But you did sleep in here yesterday. You slept in bed with me for like an hour and a half, took a nap. She's not quite sure what she wants to do yet. She probably wants to go out. Okay, those biscuits hurt. Ah, one Gek mission. Ouch. What's up? I need to get you guys a cat cam, don't I? Yeah. Kitty cat cam. She doesn't do snuggles like Frodo and Smeagol, so she doesn't jump up on my shoulder and do that stuff. But she's awake now. She does not like to be cuddled. This is not her thing. She's like, I'll give you biscuits, Dad, and I'll snuggle with you, but in the bed, but I don't like to be picked up. Ready to go out? See, as soon as she gets in my lap, the tail goes up, but when I pick her up, she's like, no. It would be cool to have this type of game, but Stargate Universe. I mean, yeah, I love Stargate. Here's the thing, though. I played a lot of back in the day, they were making a Stargate MMO. Like, this is probably 15 years ago. Might even be longer than that. I was in the alpha for that. I got kicked off their forums like 3 different times for being abrasive and argumentative. Back in my youth. This has got to be like circa 2009. Don't remember. Somewhere in that ballpark. 8, 9, 10, something like that. I would have to go back and look at what the timeline was. And it was pretty cool for what they had. It was very basic, but that company ended up just being a complete pyramid scheme, and the guy who founded the company, as I recall, used the money from investors to do other things with it than game development, and yeah, it went up in smoke. But there was a Stargate MMO at one point in time. The problem with the way this system is set up, this system is not built to support heavy narrative games, and I just think that a Stargate MMO or a Stargate game of any type needs to be, in my mind, I want there to be story to it. Now, it would need to also be combat heavy because they were always going on combat missions, but there was also the science element to it, the archaeology element to it. Like, to make a good Stargate game that would encompass all of what the missions were, it would need to be way more than what No Man's Sky offers, which they have a portion of it here, which is the space exploration, the gate system, the many different planets. That's all here. But yeah, that could be fun. But I would need cinematic. I need. Loveliness says Doom: The Dark Ages is going to be epic. I mean, I've looked at it. It does look interesting. I don't remember if I paid attention to when it's coming out or not. And maybe I need to add that to my list. Potential location detected. There's been a few Stargate games that have come out too, and they're just never good. It's always low budget indie projects that just can't do the justice to the IP. I tried one last year. It was like an early access title, and it controlled and played like the absolute dog shit. It looked cool, and it had good voice acting, but the controls were absolute no. Not gonna play that game. Buddy, why are you reported missing? Slunked. Other probably lost. Client will be relieved to know that they are well. I should transmit the location immediately. I transmit the location. The client may do what they will. Alright, this should allow us to continue the mission, the story mission. Why is that a red dot all of a sudden? Atlas interface arriving and oh, so suddenly I'm tracking that, alright. Okay, let's turn in this mission. Cartographer? He waves at me, but I don't know that he's actually ready to talk to me. There he goes. You've been making me rich, friend. The fearless adventurer, completer of contracts. You. Okay, power is more than strength. It is trade, incentives, and information. Ask about Gek history. Why would you care about that? Something is wrong with the Gek's voice. Oh, ask about the Korvax. Ooh. I don't know that it matters. Ask about the first spawn. The Gek Empire that once decimated galaxies and enslaved the Korvax species. Friend, you've been talking to Viking warriors. Ever they hate the Gek. Ever they slander us. All is well, all is at peace. Repeat your question. Why do you persist? The Gek are different now. They seek no harm, no malice. The Gek changed. Ask why they changed. Why do you care? The Gek seems disturbed by my questions. It's clear they do not wish to discuss the events of their species' past. Is it shame I see in their eyes, or something else? Ask about the Atlas. Don't you understand? Don't you see it? It never ended. The Gek's face begins to twitch. A swiftly sweet pheromone emerging into the air. We're going to resist. I try to hold my breath, but it's too late. The Gek did not change. They invaded our souls. What? I blink and I am on Balaron itself, homeworld of the Gek. I stand within the center of the first spawn empire, witnessing events that occurred long ago. Cartographer Sia stands next to me, watching what I watch, tears streaming down their face. I see enslaved Korvax move from Gek spawning pool to spawning pool. At each one, they cut into their own suits. Nanite clusters pool out, falling into the fluid of embryonic Gek. It is then that I finally understand. The fall of the Gek, their conversion to the Atlas, the release of the Korvax. It was not redemption, it was revolution. Hundreds of Korvax sacrificing their immortality, mingling their nanite clusters with the unborn Gek. The Gek did not become good, they became Korvax. At least in part, so their DNA got modified. Their slaves altered Gek brains, shifting their nature, and for the first and final time, the Korvax convergence delighted in the pain of their oppressor. The Gek deserved it. The Gek stares at me, the vision coming to an end. They appear haunted. Do not judge us. That our ancestors were altered, that they did not find goodness for themselves, that has nothing to do with us. We just want peaceful lives. We want to be... True. You don't have to suffer the sins of your fathers, but your ancestors deserved what happened to them. Like, they were forced into a better, more peaceful way of life. The Gek released the Korvax because their biology was altered. There was no spiritual revelation, no grand redemption. It was a switch in the brain. An alteration to a genetic code. I think of the simulation Nada showed me, their intended heaven for Artemis's soul, a false reality of arbitrary and unseen rules. How is my life any different? The Matrix! Dun, dun, dun. I need some jelly wrapped something. I may have to go make some toast here in a bit. Because after looking at those Hostess jelly things, I'm still can't get over that. I need more. I need my sweets. Alright, probably need to go talk to, I need to speak to Null. Okay, 1616. To get the Korvax, find a hollow terminus. Probably down on the planet, yeah? Dude, jelly donuts are the bomb, Shokades. My favorite are like the powdered sugar jelly filled. But I'll take glazed jelly filled too. Oh, hold up. Before I go any deeper, I need some fuel. I know I'm almost out of tritium. Since there's an asteroid field right here. Never completed Doom 3 back in the day, says Shokades, because the jump scares. Oh yeah, that's about the timeline that I remember being extremely terrified by Doom, because the graphics had finally gotten to the point where it felt real. I'm really pushing myself out of my comfort zone this fall, though, because there's like, I love the Alien franchise, and I'm going to play that Alien Rogue Incursion. It looks absolutely fantastic. And I kind of like the Callista Protocol, what I saw. Obviously I didn't finish it, but no time in the midst of my chaotic schedule right now. That wasn't a new release that I wanted to play. Nope, I'm too busy with other stuff, MO. My main priority right now is, it was working on my freighter, and I'm still working on the freighter and sending missions out and stuff, but really I need to finish the storyline. Like, I need to at least get through the main storyline so I can focus on my base building and my freighter and all the other things that I want to do without feeling like I'm missing out because I forgot to or didn't have time to finish. So we're working on storyline right now. Alright, I should have enough tritium to keep myself tided over for a little while. Just plow through the rest of these. Alien Isolation was brilliant and terrifying. It was. I'm not a big jump scare player, but it makes for good views, so I'm starting to incorporate it into my schedule. Not on a regular basis, but I am slipping some titles that would normally be too much for me into the schedule. There's some sort of a storm going on here. Man, I'm not going to be able to see squat. Hang on, there's a landing platform over here. That's got to be it. Yep, that looks like it. Navigation data. Oh, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry. Well, I don't have any sort of real... I'm gonna have to go look for more of that. Dioxide? I need to find more of that for sure. Excuse me. Oh, what was that? Oh, I overshot. Yeah. A little lesser gravity here. I don't have any radiation protection. You can run into them without hitting X? Okay. Tune into Null. Talk to me, Null. Accuse Null of knowing already. Knowing what? How can I tell if I know what you know if you have not told me? I tell them of the Vikings' crusade against the Sentinels, how they've nearly succeeded only to have the barbarism of the Gek first spawn draw the Sentinels back to the galaxy. I learned that the homeworld of the Korvax were destroyed by the Gek, the survivors enslaved or melted down. Then the Korvax beneath the oppressors till the Empire fell, then the Gek became Atlas worshippers. But from the Gek, I learned something different. The impulse to trade is a mere evolution of their impulse to war. A few signals switched in the brain. Ask what Null knows. I was born to travel to see these worlds, catalog them, to give a name to every creature, every planet. The skies were mine. The Alice told me I could never see them all, there were too many, so I did what I had to do. I survived in the face of eternity, I saw all the worlds of my universe. I returned to the Atlas, I told them what I had done, I asked if it was proud of me. It laughed at me. Sure of it. Showed me universe upon universe, each with another traveler just like me. I was not special, I was not unique. The things I had to do to get here, the things I had to do to become, none of it meant a thing. I did not lie to you. I really do want to discover what's wrong with existence. The walls between worlds are falling, and that's bad for everyone. Why? All I know is this. The Atlas had infinity to work with, and with a few exceptions, the triad repeats. Gek, Korvax, Viking. Gek, Korvax, Viking. Traders, warriors, scientists. All stories ending in violence. How would the Atlas speak? How would it cry for help? It would use the only language it knew. It would speak with life it would create. Whatever these life forms do, they always end in conflict. I think something terrible is happening to the Atlas. It is screaming the only way it knows how. And now it won't speak to you anymore. It's chosen you instead, after all I did for it. Okay. We are who we are, but you, whether because of some soul, because of blank simulation, it does not matter. Why won't it speak to me? Why aren't I enough? Their hologram begins to fade. They are disconnecting from the hollow terminus. As I watch them depart, I see another channel activate with Apollo's signal emerging. Okay, I made it through. I found my way out of the portal. I'm standing by a hollow terminus. Let's trade locations. Let's meet and get off this world. Am I really going to meet him finally? There must be some mistake. According to our data, we are standing in the same place. Hey, is this like the launch of No Man's Sky when two players were streaming from the same place at the same time? But they weren't really there. They weren't seeing each other. According to our data, we're standing in the same place. We're communicating using the same hollow terminus. Results are the same. The world is silent before our voices. Why can't we see each other? As we speak, I receive a distress signal in a language of my own. It arrives from across the planet. Let's meet and get off this world. Apollo receives appear the same signal broadcasting from the same location on their own world. We agree to find the distress beacons. The music just got creepy.